We're going to be pulling up the live stream shortly. On 4419, Detective Chris Roberts responded to blank Shelby County in regards to a shooting of two victims, Brodus Calvin Perry and Tabitha Perry. During the investigation of the shooting of Mr. and Ms. Perry, it is determined that Latoshia S. Daniels arrived at said apartment on the evening of 4/4/19. Miss Perry stated she allowed Miss Daniels to enter the Perry apartment because Miss Daniels is an acquaintance of the Perrys knew while living in Little Rock, Arkansas. Miss Perry stated that after letting Miss Daniels into the apartment, the two spoke for approximately 30 minutes before Mr. Perry arrived at the apartment. After Mr. Perry arrived at the apartment, and the Perrys and Miss Daniels spoke for approximately 10 minutes, and Miss Daniels stated that it was getting late and she started to leave the apartment. Mrs. Perry stated that she Mrs. Perry stated that she would that escorted. Oh, Mrs. Perry stated that she escorted Mrs. Daniels to the front door of the apartment while Mrs. Daniels and Mr. Perry followed behind her. Mrs. Perry stated that she opened the front door of the apartment and stepped outside of the apartment when she turned and saw Mrs. Daniels remove the handgun from her jacket and began to shoot Mr. Perry several times while just inside the apartment at the front door. Mrs. Perry stated that while Miss Daniels was shooting Mr. Perry, Miss Daniels repeatedly stated, "You broke my heart." Miss Perry stated that she began to yell for help and began banging on neighbors' doors to call the police. Mrs. Daniels walked towards the kitchen area of the apartment when Miss Perry stated that she entered the apartment and knelt down next to Mr. Perry. Mrs. Perry stated that Mrs. Daniels told her to get out of her way and then shot her in the shoulder. Mrs. Perry stated that Mrs. Daniels removed the magazine from the gun as she removed the magazine from the gun she just used to shoot her and her husband and began to reload the magazine with more ammunition she retrieved from her jacket pocket. Mrs. Perry stated that the Colleyville police arrived and took Miss Daniels into custody. The handgun that was used to shoot Miss Perry and Mr. and Mrs. Perry, was determined to be a Ruger 9mm and loaded with 5 9mm rounds in the magazine. Mr. Perry was determined to have been shot multiple times in the head and torso, and Mrs. Perry was shot in the shoulder area. Mr. and Mrs. Perry were transported to the Regional 1 Health Center in Memphis, Tennessee for treatment. Mr. Perry did not survive his injuries and was pronounced dead by Dr. Evans 4/5/19 at 3:42 a.m. The actions of Miss Daniels were premeditated and intentional to kill Mr. Perry. Also, the actions of Mrs. Daniels were premeditated and intentional to attempt to kill Mrs. Perry. Due to the above listed facts, Latoshia Shante Daniels is found to be in violation of first-degree murder, attempted murder in the first degree, employment of a firearm during the commission of a dangerous felony on this day, the 5th day of April, 2019, signed Judge, I'm not sure what that signature is, Judge of Colleyville, Tennessee. Okay. After being arrested, police said Daniels tried to run away from the officers when she was getting discharged from the hospital. Yo. After being treated, police said Daniels tried to run away from the officers when she was getting discharged from the hospital. When police told Daniels to place her hands behind her back, she allegedly jerked away. shoved the officer and ran out of the room down to the emergency room hallway. Officers yelled for her to stop, but she continued through the door leading to the ICU part of the hospital, according to the arrest affidavit. Whew, baby. Police caught up to her, but Daniels then allegedly grabbed an officer's shirt and started swinging, hitting an officer, according to CPD. Eventually, officers were able to roll her over onto her stomach and place her under arrest. Latasha Daniels will make her first appearance on Tuesday, which this was going back, obviously, at the time of her arrest. She is being held without bond, obviously. Okay.